I'm Vanessa Joy and I'm going to show you how to retouch a face in Lightroom. It is possible to do facial retouching in Lightroom and you don't have to touch Photoshop. This is my preferred method because, well, I like opening one program instead of two, and normally the face retouching that I do is not so drastic that it needs frequency separation or something of the sort in Photoshop. So Lightroom really just does it for me. So we're gonna pop over, and this is a pretty good picture to start with. Now I'm going to over exaggerate how much I'm going to retouch this face because it's YouTube and I want to show you kind of the extreme almost in a way. I don't recommend going as far as I will go, but I want you to be able to see a really stark difference. Right, first of all, before you start any photo retouching, you need to get the photo where you want it, exposure and setting wise. So the exposure is okay, but I'm gonna go over into my productivity pack here. And here I have a whole bunch of settings. This is to speed up the need for sliding. And then it's really nice to be able to go through and just preview what you're doing with all of these settings. So off the bat, it looks like summer. Yeah, that looks good there. I'm also gonna up the contrast. All of these are stackable, so that's helpful. Definitely want to lessen the shadows a little bit, not a ton. Gonna do a little bit of sharpening. I like the white balance where it is, so we'll keep that. And I'm not gonna mess with the vibrance, just because we're gonna do some things to our eyes and such later. So this is a good base point of where I'd like to be. You know what, maybe we'll go a little bit lighter. Yeah, I think we will go maybe a little bit less, and I'll just come over to my slider to kind of half the distance between those two, or maybe I'll just save some of the highlights, maybe bring up the whites, things like that. Okay, so from there, if I wanted to, now that this is ready, I could go and throw a preset on it. If I was gonna throw any preset on it at this point, it would probably be my Joyfully Simple preset. This one does a couple of different things. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw that on there. But what we're really going to do is we are going to go into the local adjustment brushes. This is where you can essentially paint however you like in Photoshop. So we're gonna use it for her face and use it for retouching. The first thing I wanna do, I'm gonna go down here to my soften skin. If you want to know more about posing, which we're not getting into here, you can download my posing guide in the link below. It helps you with individuals, couples, and groups. You can make these yourself if you want to, or you can just save a whole bunch of time and grab, adjustment brushes that do this. Now I'm going to do this on her face. It's a little bit more than I'd like, and if you ever want to change that, you just hold down Option on Mac, and you can see the mask, and you can click and slide to exaggerate what you're doing, go crazy, and now she looks like a doll. Or you can drag it down to lessen how much you want. I'm going to keep it right in the middle again, kind of overdoing it a little bit for you to be able to see this on YouTube. Now don't stop at just the face, especially if you're just doing some smoothing. It certainly doesn't hurt to go over the fingers as well, especially in this case where we have her hand here. And I'll probably end up doing some other adjustments to her hand. All right, from there we're gonna hit New, and then I like to go right into Punch Lashes. Now I don't keep this as just lashes. I have lashes as well as eyebrows, and I'm just gonna go over them to give them a little bit more of a definitive line, especially in the eyes. This is also helpful if makeup was not done correctly and you are stuck doing it, because you can essentially apply makeup here in Lightroom. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you so you can really see what I'm doing. So just going over the line. Now we can go right over the lashes. The way that I made this brush is so you can go right over the lashes here and up top. It'll darken a little bit of the eyeshadow. I'm not going to do too much with the eye behind the veil. All right, then we're gonna hit New. Now I'm gonna go into Whiten Eyes. Again, this is super subtle, but it's just taking out some of the veins, or lessening rather, some of the veins in here. I will do a little bit on that side. All right, hit New, and now I want to go and, where is it? I know I have it there, to Saturate Eyes. Now I created these presets, preset brushes to not be super crazy dramatic, but again, if you want, you could do that Option, click and drag, or come over here and then saturate it all the way up, or saturate all the way down, just depending, you know, on what you want to do. And I said I was gonna go a little crazy, so we'll go up top. Okay, what next? I do want to remove dark circles, so I'm just gonna come over here and go underneath. There we go, that looks good. I'll do that on the other side as well. Oh, and this looks like it's doing a little too much. Actually, you know, I kind of like that it's evening out because I don't want it to be too shadowy over here. So let's zoom out and see how this is looking. Good. Okay, she's definitely looking a little bit overdone, but like I said, this is kind of where I want it. Now you can always go back. So let's just do a quick before and after. This is before, this is after. Really just cleaned up her face. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go to, let's go to, you know, I'm gonna just use the remove dark circles, and I'm gonna take that and actually bring it down to the bottom. All right, I'm just gonna get rid of some of the darkness I saw there and a little bit of the discoloration. I can actually go down on saturation there just a little bit, maybe even warm it up slightly. There we go. Now it looks like we're blending a little bit better. So any of these you can go back to. I'm just gonna hover and click on any of these that I have here, and it's going to show me the mask of, you know, what I've done with that. And that was my removing dark circles. This one up here, there we go. That was my skin. And that's when I kind of want to back off a little bit because I think that one got a little bit too crazy. She has great skin, and I don't want to eliminate all pores. But that's pretty much it. That is how I would retouch a photo right in Lightroom. Face retouching, being able to brighten the eyes, smooth the skin, and of course things like punch the lashes, whiten the teeth. And if she had any blemishes, we could have always used a healing brush to take care of that as well. This is looking good. Let me show you one more since we're here, and we can do it kind of quickly. So this is another one where I would go over to my productivity levels and kind of see if there's anything that I want to do. I do want to bring that exposure up a little bit. I'm gonna go into the light and shadows ever so slightly. I am gonna bring up the vibrance on here. She's got some great color happening. So I'll bring up the vibrance, sharpen a little bit. And then again, if I wanted to go into my styles, I definitely could. I think I am gonna do, you can just see it before. Yeah, we're gonna do Joyfully Simple and apply that one there. All right, now going into, we're gonna start with what I've got here, which is remove dark circles. We'll go underneath. There we go, hit new. Let's go to soften skin. And we'll just go around, soften her skin, kind of around laugh lines. She's got great skin, so I really don't have to do that much. And again, I don't want it to look ridiculous. I'm not trying to make her look like a total porcelain doll. Let's go into punch lashes so we can darken right here in the eyebrow area. Kind of even out the makeup there. This was actually a long day of shooting, so of course makeup's gonna wear off, and I didn't have the budget to have the makeup artist there the entire time. So we're basically darkening that eyeliner. Nice. And then I think I'm actually gonna bump that up ever so slightly. Gotta love dramatic lashes. Okay, let's go to Saturate Eyes, which is what I really want to do because bam, her eyes are freaking awesome. That's a little excessive, so I'm just going to pull that down slightly. Go ahead and hit new. Let's go to Whiten Eyes. She's a little tired by this point, so we're seeing a little bit of that happen. Now, this one you really don't want to go crazy because you don't want her eyes to end up like glowing. That's not the goal. But I do want to give them a little bit of pop. All right, this is looking good. I think the last thing that I want to do, I actually want to go, I'm going to go back into the Saturate Eyes because I'm going to use that on the gold behind her to just bring it up. And it's actually going to bring up some of her hair a little bit too. Yes, fantastic. Beautiful. I think this looks good. I think I might want to do dark circles again and just clean up some of the makeup that kind of fell underneath her eyes. A little bit too much, let's bring that down. There we go. And then here's our before and after. This was before, and that's after. So really nice way to just clean it up nicely right there in Lightroom without having to touch Photoshop at all. Make sure you hit the bell, hit subscribe, do the things, like, comment, and share, and I will see you next time.